What's up, y'all? Today, Enter Gamer Ray back with another Sims 4 tutorial, and today I want to show you guys both methods of turning your sim into a mermaid. Now, I guess you can argue that there's three technical ways, but outside of Create a Sim. Because in Create a Sim, you do get the option to create a mermaid on Create a Sim, and via Occult Sim right here for a mermaid sim. Do note that both male sims and female sims can become mermaids. I'm just going to add a couple of random sims from my gallery to show you guys. Make sure they're not mermaids. Because I want to need 2 videos for this test. Or, not 2 videos, but 2 sims for this test. Just make sure both sims are humans because, yeah, you don't want an accidental hybrid because hybrids don't exist in The Sims 4, so it's really buggy. Yes, I got freaking Resident Evil content. Hey, look, there's Albert Wesker. Okay, hold on. You just want to make sure that this sim is a human beforehand. I have tested this with vampires. If your sim is any other occult type, then one of the methods don't work. I've already tested it. The game knows when you're clearly trying to become a mermaid, but you're already as a different occult, so it doesn't fully work. It doesn't work. I did not mean to replace. Darn it. I wanted to merge. I'll merge it this time. Don't worry. No. I'll just add this one. Merge. I did just recently get Snowy Escape too, guys. So if you want me to do Snowy Escape guides in the future, like lifestyles, for example, I will gladly do that in the future. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to... And this is proof to show you that both male and female sims can become mermaids. Now, before we start, I just want to mention that there are a few prerequisites in order to actually become a mermaid. One is you need the Island Living expansion pack. If you don't have the Island Living expansion pack, then you do not and will not have access to mermaids. So yeah, just be weary of that. If you do not have Island Living, you do not have access to mermaids. Mermaids also have unique abilities. If you have seasons too, they can change the weather. This does not apply to special worlds like Snowy Escape if you're on the upper part of the mountain of Mount Komorebi. Mermaids can't influence the weather there because it has magical effects, basically. So basically you can't change the weather there, even if you try to. Alright. Both of these methods do work without using cheats, by the way. Well, there is a technical way to turn them into a mermaid using cheats, but it doesn't count towards losing your trophies in the process. I don't know what it is, but I played with mermaids recently, and mermaids are actually pretty cool. Yeah, they are a bit lackluster and a bit, you know, bad in some degree, but they are pretty cool. I wish they had a special death by dehydration. I feel like that would be so cool for them. But it is what it is. You can't complain too hard about it. Pick summer because summer is my default season, in my opinion. It's summer. It's literally summertime where I'm living right now, so it makes perfect sense. We're gonna go to Solani because it is the island living world. Take this base. Put this starter home. Like I said though, guys, I did just get Snow Escape not too long ago, so if you do want me to do any guides for Snow Escape, let me know because I will gladly do those. Or any other expansion slash game pack or even stuff pack guides in the future. I will do those. Right. So here we are. Now the Plum Bobs clearly show that they're human Sims. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to Toby. Clearly show that they're human Sims, right? They are both human Sims. Because the Plum Bobs are normal. They have no magical thing going around them, or basically snap to it, basically. So, Mermaid Sims, I'm going to compare it to humans real quick. I'm going to have a human go into the bathtub.
Yup, Sonny.
She's clumsy. I mean, clumsy is good for storytelling. Oh, what are the odds? So you see how she got in, right? She didn't, like, have a special animation. It's because she isn't a mermaid. I want to turn Toby into a mermaid first. And I'm going to turn him into a mermaid using our first method, which is the easier method. You don't have to cause any mayhem with it. What you do is you go to your little box here and put traits dot equip underscore trait space trait underscore occult mermaid. And bada boom, bada bang, we have a change in the Plum Bob. Now that means he is a mermaid, and if we go right here, that gets updated. As you can see, hygiene has been replaced with hydration. I want to have her get out of the tub. I want to have Toby get in the tub. They are both embarrassed since they literally saw each other in the bathroom. I mean, at least they aren't mortified. Get out of the bathroom, y'all. And Toby, get in the tub. Because I want to compare this. As you can see, there is his tail. Do note that you do get a random tail, and you can go into gas and change it to whatever you'd like. But yeah, this is his tail, and yeah, mermaids have a unique animation for when they use their tail. They show their tail in 3 different ways: using the tub, getting in the pool, or getting in the ocean. Pretty cool. Now, something else I want to talk about mermaids for a second here is that mermaids are a permanent occult. They last forever unless you actually use a simple process in order to go back to normal. And this process is really simple. What you do is you go to your wood store, and you're going to purchase 2 mermaid kelp from this store. Um, Costing you a total of 1,000 satisfaction points. I had freaking simoleons in the brain. Yeah. You get these satisfaction points by completing once and from going towards your aspiration, etc., etc. There's also the same process for turning them into a mermaid. However, you only need 1 mermaid kelp in order to turn them into a mermaid. So you only need 500 to begin with. So for Nia, which is our human current moment, I'm going to have her become a mermaid normally, because this will take a little bit, and I do apologize. So, like, okay. First, I need to go have her go for a jog. That's pretty freaking easy. Go for a jog. Ugh, I hate these quests. It's really annoying. Also, mermaids do have a special animation for when they get out of the tub. Now, what is this? Be outside for 6 hours, did I say? Yeah, I was going to show you guys by using cheats, because I don't want to take forever. I did do this without cheats before. It does take a good bit, so I'm just going to go ahead and just use cheats. You do need to use your testing cheats for this. But, just to be clear, you can't do this normally without using cheats, so you are all in the clear of doing this without using cheats. You just have to complete a crap ton of your ones in order to actually get the required amount. It's only 500, so it's not going to take you that long to do it. So what you're going to do is you're going to put in, I'm going to put in the satisfaction points cheat code. There we go. And I'm going to buy 1 mermaid kelp from the store. Now, upon eating the mermaid kelp, nothing happens at first. There is a prerequisite to actually becoming a mermaid after eating the mermaid kelp, and it's actually a very simple. It's a very simple and easy to understand prerequisite. So, what's going to end up happening is she's going to get a very strong energized moodlet, and it would last for a good 24 hours. Yep, go ahead and eat it. Go ahead and eat it, Charlie. Okay, so this is this very strong energized moodlet that I was just talking about. Strange sensations, yeah. As thoughts of coral reefs and salt water fill Nia's mind, she has the sudden urge to enter a large body of water should she answer the call. So, upon answering this call, you can either enter a pool or the ocean. Tubs do not count. You need to actually enter a pool or the ocean. So I'm going to go ahead in the ocean. And once you enter the ocean, your sim becomes a mermaid. And like I said earlier, mermaids are a permanent occult type unless you actually eat 2 mermaid kelp afterwards. And you can see their tail right after that. Now, like any other sim, mermaids can give birth and get pregnant. And what I find is that mermaids usually get pregnant with female sims. So they tend to have daughters rather than sons, which I find is a pretty unique detail. So if you're trying to have sons as a mermaid, it's really not possible. I mean, you can go against having daughters if you want by eating specific veggies, like if you eat carrots, for example. But mermaids do have a tendency to give birth to girls rather than boys, so keep that in mind. It's a detail that I just wanted to go over, and you now know. So I just wanted to tell you. As you would expect, mermaids are very fast swimmers. Even with low fitness skill. Oh, and Toby is actually swimming too. Now, the only death that mermaids are obviously immortal to is obviously freaking drowning, because they're mermaids. They literally can't drown because they're mermaids. However, some methods of killing them, like freezing or starving, if there's no way for them to get out of the body of water, they can still actually drown with the drowning animation, but it's not actually considered drowning. They just drown because of lack of something else, or because of something else, like starvation, or, uh, you know, if their energy gets low, they literally just sleep in the ocean. Yeah, you heard that right. Mermaids can literally sleep in the ocean. It's freaking awesome. Uh, it's really awesome. See, look, you can literally sleep in the ocean. Oh, no. Let's go ahead and click on Topi. Now, you can also call Thunderstorm or even Rainstorm. This is the season's abilities, exclusive abilities for seasons. You can literally change the weather, with a few exceptions, of course. Like, for example, if you're trying to do this on Mount Kamaribi on the highest point, then it will not work. You are forbidden on doing that. Mermaids do have one very strong ability towards human sims or non-mermaids, and that is Siren's Call. Siren's Call is literally overpowered. It basically steals the targeted sim's needs for your own. Yeah, very, 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 very strong, this ability, and it costs all of your hydration, basically. Now, hydration is a special need for mermaids. It's not really all that special, though, because it works similar to hygiene. Hydration, though, works very much like vampire energy for vampires, but for mermaids, because without it, you cannot do any mermaid abilities until you actually increase your hydration again. However, unlike vampires, mermaids don't die because of a lack of hydration, unfortunately. I wish they could die from dehydration or something, but it's whatever. I'm not going to criticize it too much. Although Sims 3 mermaids did have a death for dehydration, I'm not going to complain too much, because I think mermaids are pretty cool. I would give them a solid A for me, personally. I put an A in my tier list recently, because I did a tier list. I did a tier listing thing. I didn't do it on video, unfortunately. I don't have it on camera or on recording, so you're not going to be able to see it for yourself. But I put mermaids in A. And I put aliens in freaking F, because they suck. Yeah, shots fired. I don't give a crap what you think about aliens. Aliens are crap. They don't do anything unique. The only thing that saves aliens for me is their graves and their bassinets. That is all that saves them for me. They suck otherwise. Not to mention that their second form sucks also. I mean, it's literally a disguise. Now, I guess you can say that it's good for role-playing, but unlike the other three, that being mermaids, vampires, and werewolves, you can't actually link this disguise, and you have to actually manually pick your disguise and go and edit it through all of it, which is pretty annoying. That's why I have to compliment the fact that mermaids, vampires, and werewolves, you can link the forms, and you can actually do precisely what you want to do for each form. So you can carry over all of the facial structures from the human form to wolf form in pretty much in an instant one click of a button, which is simple. I don't know why they didn't carry it over to aliens. Spellcasters don't have a second form. I don't even know why I'm on the topic of spellcasters. Spellcasters are completely irrelevant to this video. Then again, I guess werewolves, vampires, and aliens are too. But anyway, that's pretty much how you do it. These are the two methods of turning your sim into a mermaid, just like that. Do note that mermaids are completely permanent unless you eat 2 consecutive mermaidic kelps in a row. Because let me explain this to you. Okay, when you eat one mermaid kelp, they get a focus mullet. And then if you eat a mermaid kelp before that focus mullet expires, then they stop being a mermaid. They go back to a human. I love the fact there is a way to turn back into a human if you don't wish to be a mermaid anymore, which I think is awesome. I think that's really awesome. I love the fact that there's actually a option to stop being a mermaid if you don't want to be a mermaid anymore, and I love that. One thing I will say also, I wish that he had scales on the land, like instead of normal legs. Like when they would go on land, like they did in Sims 3, their legs would be scales. I wish so very much that was the case. I really miss that feature from the Sims 3 / detail. I really miss that from the Sims 3. Because I feel like that was just awesome. You can literally tell who was a mermaid right off the bat because of those scales. And when the mermaids in Sims 3's dehydration got low, you would actually physically see effects on their face, which is actually like pretty brutal. It's just telling you that, oh yeah, your mermaid is getting dehydrated, boy. You better put him back in the freaking water, otherwise you're gonna pay for it. Now, again, I'm not going to criticize mermaids in The Sims 4 too much for not doing this because then it'll be obvious who's a mermaid and who's not on land anyway. Because on land, their legs are normal in The Sims 4, so you can't tell if they're a mermaid or not unless they're actually in the water. And I'm not going to criticize that too much. Like I said, it's not too big of a deal, really. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope it wasn't too overwhelming for you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.